What is up, everybody? It's me, Dylan, back again with another reaction video for you. This time we're going to be watching CJ's van camping at Haunted Farm. You guys told me I had to react to this. Some crazy stuff happened, so we're going to do that. Actually, I have headphones on this time, so I can hopefully hear a little bit better. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into that. Thank you guys so much for 23,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you guys have not already, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'll have this video linked in the description like always, so without any further ado, let's just jump right into it.
As a book. Here I am again alone. It's your favorite idiot, CJ Faison. I'm bringing you all another van camping video, but this time I'm going back to the world's most haunted farm that you all absolutely love. This video right here inspired me to continue doing van camping videos. Tonight is a lot different from the previous times that you have seen me camp out because I am actually prepared for once in my life with adequate equipment to keep me warm, to keep me my belly full and all that good stuff. So right here behind me, this Pelican case is full of supplies. I've got food in here. I've got my little gas burner. I'm gonna be making my own food tonight. This holds all my camera equipment, batteries, and flashlights all in one. I've tried to become a little bit more prepared. Now, as you all have probably seen this video right here, this was filmed 2 nights ago. Now, my current day, it is Christmas Day, or night technically. I did Christmas with my family. Chris is still in New York. So I came home, I was a little like, I don't know what to do. And then I got thinking, I'm like, all of my camping supplies just came in the mail. I'm good, I'm going camping tonight. So, you know, short of me having a heart attack and dying right there on the property, I'm gonna finish out this video for you all and camp out there. So without further ado, I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing to this channel. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers. And with that being said, a lot of you all do not know this about me, but I race off-road desert trophy trucks on the west coast of the United States. That is probably what you're seeing right here. This is the pit crew hoodie that all of my crew guys will end up wearing at all of the races. And if you want to cop one, you have 2 weeks until we completely take them.
Alright, so anyway, I'm just going to stop this here really quick while it's going on. So, first things first, based off that intro, it seems like Annabelle is once again going to play a major part as expected here. Yeah, it looks like activity's kind of crazy. It is really smart that he has a full grill set up and everything like this for camping. 99% of the time when we all go our separate ways and do alone challenges like sleeping and all this, we usually don't have anything prepared. We don't have hand warmers. We don't have warmer clothes. We don't have enough food, like anything like that. So that usually makes it a little bit harder too for us to want to spend the night. So I think having this will definitely be a little bit easier and a little bit more soothing for him. You know, the property itself is not going to be easy and soothing whatsoever. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to seeing what he gets out of this one. In regards to trophy truck, like I said, he does have a race coming up soon in Arizona, so good luck to him and Chris. Unfortunately, I will not be there thanks to my broken foot. But anyway, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and jump ahead here a little bit, but we just wanted to make sure that we talked a little bit about that, and I want to see a little bit more what he had to be prepared for this one. Alright, so we went ahead and jumped ahead here to him by the fire, just kind of like setting up his gear and all this. So I just want to kind of see how he has it set up and kind of react, talk to you guys. Instantly, the first feeling that I kind of get is he's being watched, like always. We do know that he's out front by the front of the house, which is not too far from where Annabelle was on the bike, and he actually saw that lit candle. Still don't know what's up with that candle. We've talked about it on the phone, me and him, and we still can't figure out how that candle was lit. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to watch some of this and see what happens here.
in the house. Whatever that was in the house.
So that noise was actually fairly loud, which makes me think that was probably in either the kitchen or the little patio area. Don't know what it could have been because it almost sounded like something kind of metalish dropping or something hitting the concrete floor that was more of like a tingy kind of sound. So don't know what exactly that could be. I'm interested to see what it was, but yeah, so it's definitely just based off the sound range I'm kind of hearing, definitely in either the kitchen or front patio. I'm assuming it's probably more the kitchen area because, like I said, we don't get too much that happens in the patio. Most of the activity is in either the kitchen, basement, or attic, like I said in the last video. So I'm going to assume that's probably over in that area.
Hey, it's Annabelle, you little creepy ass.
Here we go, talking shit to Annabelle again.
How's it going? I'm back. Oh shit, there's the glass from the other night. Okay. God, you're creepy. We're gonna move you around tonight. When I say we, I'm talking to all them subscribers on YouTube right there. Let's put you...
Oh, that's gonna be a great idea.
Right here for right now. How about that? So, for everybody watching the video right now, if you didn't see the last video or the video before, just stop what you're doing, go check that out. It's all going to make sense. This Annabelle doll, we have a doll collection here at the farm that's getting sent to us like almost every day. And I'm just going to take a quick stroll through here real quick. Okay, that door is not supposed to be. Damn. Here we go again. That door, what?
I don't know why that door's shut. We've never had that door shut the whole entire time that we've been at this property, so it's kind of weird that the door is shut there. Very well could be something paranormal had shut it one night when nobody's around. I have no actual idea. But in regards to Durham, we are getting your guys' dolls. I did see a couple comments and get a couple emails, people asking if we're getting dolls. We're getting dolls every single day. I haven't been there to grab them the last couple weeks, obviously, but they are getting them all the time. We're still working on getting that whole room set up with dolls everywhere. They're going to be literally taking over that whole entire room. So we're just trying to plan out how the right process is to make sure these dolls are up there ready to go. Sorry guys, it's late night here. It's almost 2 in the morning by the time I'm filming this, but yeah, so I definitely don't know what their plan is for the dolls there, and I said they're going to be gone for a little while with their race going on, and I'm going to be out for a little while, so I'm sure we'll be having it come up soon. So for all you guys that are asking, yes, we are getting the dolls. I promise they'll be up soon. You'll see them more. It's just going to take us a little bit of time, so give us a little bit of time there. And before you guys are like, why am I filming this at 2 a.m.? I like watching it when it's late at night, kind of dark and spooky, because it makes me feel like I'm actually there at the property around that time, so I can actually feel a little bit more. Like, right now, I'm not feeling anything too crazy. I do have a feeling that something's going to happen in the kitchen area tonight. I'm just kind of getting that vibe just based off of where Annabelle is and all this, and kind of off the preview. It feels like there's going to be a lot of noises in there that's going to probably try to keep dragging him inside of the property. So yeah, so we're just going ahead and keep rolling this footage. Sorry about that, guys.
Bunch of old lady clothes. Gosh, there's so much dust. So there's all the creepy dolls, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, all the creepy dolls and stuff are all sent in. There's a couple of them. A lot of you have said the nun doll is actually haunted too. That's what we were told. So we bought a couple of dolls from a local store, and long story short, the lady promised us they're like super haunted and all. I've not witnessed anything. The only thing I have witnessed is this Annabelle doll right here. So I'm not sure. That was a boom, and that was in the attic, it sounded like.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was in the attic or if that was in that back corner of the room where he's talking about. One thing that I did notice was kind of interesting when he's talking about the dolls, especially the nun doll and all that. He's actually like his camera's not coming in focus, and when he turned around there, it was actually pretty blurry as well. So that makes me believe that something is down in that room right now. Like I said, we will be chasing noises. There is something up with the dolls, so I do agree that I believe that the nun doll might have something with it. People have commented on my past videos there saying that looked like the nun's doll's eyes were glowing. It seems like it's actually moved a little bit in a couple of the videos. I've watched it clip by clip, and it does look like it's moved a little bit, but I didn't actually capture on camera, I don't believe. But yeah, so it's definitely something up with that nun doll and that whole doll room in general. So yeah, alright, so I skip forward ahead a little bit here, just to kind of see what's going on upstairs, see if I get any feelings. Instantly, just based off of looking at it, I'm not feeling anything right now, which means that they're probably all downstairs, either by the portal or in the kitchen area.
All right, I'm up here now. You close that door, I swear to fuck I will sell this place. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 more times. When that door closed on me, that should have been the it moment for me, and it basically was. Alright. Something's obviously trying to get my attention, so wake up, son bitches, I'm here.
There it is.
Fuck.
Yep, every time. Every time he does something like that and he instigates it, almost instantly, it gets pissed off when something happens. Good for him. Like I said, I don't think I could personally do that, but I have noticed that the more he pisses it off, the more active it becomes. Like I said, that did sound like that was kind of downstairs here, so I definitely think that all the spirits are kind of hanging out downstairs tonight. Not quite sure why, but they move all around, so we've had them all over, but so it seems like I said, most of the activity is going to be focused on kind of this downstairs region.
What the hell was that?
So real quick, that dresser that he just passed, I'm like 99% sure that's the dresser that the jelly beans were on that got thrown in his last video. You guys go back, watch my previous videos there and his previous videos there, and comment below and let me know. But I'm like pretty sure they were on that shelf. So whatever spirit actually took that and was able to actually throw that down the steps, this shows that they're pretty strong. So yeah, it's definitely something to be careful of, because you never know what all they can actually do. And if it's starting to do that, I think it's starting to show its strength more and more. Don't quite know why that strong force is there, that energy, and if it's actually fully malevolent or not. To me, it seems like it is, but some people are telling me that they don't think it is. But yeah, so that strong force is definitely becoming more and more active the more and more we go there. And I don't know if it's just because it's getting more comfortable. But that's definitely something that I think is going to happen. I am going to talk to the guys about when we get back, trying to maybe do like a full weekend 72-hour lockdown where we do everything. We eat there, everything. Only time we go back to the house is to shower because we don't have running water or anything there. And just do a full-on lockdown, do 72 hours there, see what happens, set up still cameras, have like basically like security with all the cameras. So yeah, I think that's something that we're going to try to do, see what kind of activity we can get.
I don't know where that noise came from. I ain't trying to find out. No fucking way.
And then that door's shut again, so something's up with this door tonight.
No fucking way.
It might be like a child spirit kind of running back and forth.
Down right here. We're gonna bust in this thing like straight up gangbusters. What the fuck? Alright, that's worthy of keeping a still cam on that door right there. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Alright, so yeah, so before we skip ahead in this video here, since we got an ad and all this, we'll go ahead and jump to the next point. But yeah, I don't really know what's up with that door. We never really gotten that door shutting on camera and all, so that's kind of weird. That's something creepy and different. Clearly it wants to play downstairs tonight. To me, it still kind of seems like it's a child spirit, just kind of playing back and forth, trying to draw us into different places. But that also, we all know that child spirits sometimes aren't actually children. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump ahead here and see what else might happen with that door, or if he goes outside, we'll kind of like pick up here in a couple minutes. Alright guys, so we went ahead and we skipped ahead here to, CJ just got done making his chili rice and all that. When I was skipping through, I did hear there was a noise here, so I wanted to go back and watch it and kind of tell where it's coming from.
Tamale. What the fuck? Ow! Ah. Damn it! What?
He would burn himself eating that. It's so common for him. He burns himself all the time. But anyway, yeah, so that noise sounded like that was actually coming from the shed with the hole in the floor. We've gotten some noises in there the last couple times we've been there, and that's part of why we moved the Annabelle doll out there, so this way we could try to see if maybe that would trigger some more noises and different things going on out there. Using it basically as like a trigger object, but I still don't know what's going on in that area. I haven't had a chance to fully investigate it, but it does feel like there is definitely some strong, like, feeling of sorrow almost in there to me. So yeah, I don't know why it seems so sad and all. It could have something to do with that hole in the floor. I'm not trying to say that that's what it's used for or anything like this, because I do not know. But I just have a feeling that there's some kind of sorrow. I don't know if that's just somebody that was grieving, or if there was, like, sorrow of fear or whatever, but there's definitely something weird with that shed area, and I definitely think that's going to become a new focus point for somewhere that we need to investigate more and get more about that story.
What the fuck was that? Hello?
Seeing that bike too, a couple of you guys had commented and asked about that bike. That bike's actually been here for a while. It was there when we were cleaning everything out and all that. It just was tucked away in the corner a little bit, so we just moved it out a little bit more, seeing if maybe somebody would try to ride it or anything on camera. We set up still cameras and nothing happened there with it, so we just kind of left it there. But yeah, so that bike has been here at the property since we started cleaning it out. I love how he's still walking around with the pot of rice and chili, of all things. Like, what's he going to do? Is he going to throw the hot rice at somebody, beat him with the pan? I mean, it might be a good idea, but, I mean, you can't do that to the paranormal, so I don't really know why he's walking around with the rice and the chili, but, hey, if that makes him feel comfortable, good on him. So I'm going to skip ahead here to when he goes back in the house, see what kind of activity we get back inside that first floor. Because I am feeling strongly drawn to the first floor, like I said tonight. I don't know, the energy just feels kind of off there. It almost feels like it wants to keep him down there and lure him. I don't know if that's why it keeps slamming the door, because it wants to do some kind of harm or royally scare him to the point of no return. But there's definitely something kind of a stronger energy force that's pulling me to say that something's going to happen in the downstairs tonight.
Gosh, can you imagine if she's like standing right here at the door? I would die. Somebody said on my video, CJ, why don't you move that doll? Why do you ask Chris to move that doll? Chris told me not to touch this doll, and I don't know why he told me not to touch the doll. So therefore, that's why I'm not moving the doll. So, anyway. Oh, Annabelle, you're still stuck in the cabinet. I'm so sorry.
The fact that he stuck her in the cabinet like that, I missed when he did that when I was skipping through, but he is looking for something to torment him. That's probably why I'm getting such a strong feeling that something's going to happen. They probably don't like the fact that he's messing around. He's disrespecting the doll that's already a trigger object to them, because like I said, it wants the previous doll back. But yeah, so Something's up with this doll for sure, though. I think that it might kind of remind the spirit that's so strongly like aggressive because of it. I think it kind of reminds it of the other doll that Chris had given away. So yeah, I think that that's definitely why it's been using this one more as a trigger object. It's very similar in a sense, based off not really the attire or anything, but just kind of size, stuff like this. So I think that's why it's so drawn to this doll. But him disrespecting that makes me think that the spirits are going to feel like they're disrespected, and it's going to cause a whole frenzy of weird activity to happen, whether he wants it or not.
A lot of you think I'm provoking, but I kind of am, honestly, because like whatever is attached to this doll right here, I mean, like, all right, so my opinion of, oh my gosh, this light is bright. My opinion of this is of the whole Annabelle doll situation is this: when you have a haunted property and you bring an object in, a lot of things can be used as a trigger object. So you could bring something in just as like simple as a book. What the fuck? Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Oh! What the fuck, Annabelle?
So that's crazy. So that's kind of what I'm talking about there by the last video when I talked about things I've been seeing being moved all around that kitchen. Something very, very strong is trying to make its presence known, and it keeps doing it in the kitchen area. That is now the second time in back-to-back videos that we have seen something get physically thrown. Annabelle was thrown just now out of that cabinet onto the floor. That is absolutely terrifying. Like I said, it's almost like that it wants him to leave the Annabelle doll alone. It wants to keep his attention there, and I feel like that's the easiest way to get his attention is to throw the doll, and they're just going to kind of keep trapping him downstairs. Yeah, something is definitely up, though, with this doll. I definitely think that it's kind of stirring up a little bit of energy based off of, like I said, it might have reminded the previous spirit of the other doll or whatever, but it's definitely very, 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 very triggered by this doll. So this doll is definitely going to be a big piece into trying to get some answers all throughout the property.
You look like a bulldog with your nose all messed up. Look at you, got a flat nose now. The fuck is wrong with you? How the fuck does that go from there to there? But in my last video, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly, but all right. So that National Geographic magazine, you all were like swearing up and down, like it flew across the camera. I did not even think about that being on the ground. I didn't think of the significance because when I came back in that next morning to grab that camera, it was daylight. I don't know why I didn't see that, but like that, again, fuck that. Fuck that.
So anyway, before we skip ahead here, yeah, so that is that National Geographic that's there. That is the magazine, the last video that I talked about him capturing me and throwing on camera. Like I said, it is very active at throwing stuff, especially books. I think books are just the easiest thing for it to throw. It takes a decent amount of energy, but it's still one of the lightest objects there, so that's why I threw a magazine like that. But yeah, so it's still a good catch by him. I don't know why, like I said, it keeps doing it. I don't think it wants us to rate it. I think it's just easy to throw, like I said. But there's so many different items there. It could also be, too, because it's one of the last actual remaining items from the original mess that was there that we cleaned up. So I could still feel kind of attached. I was just throwing it saying, give me back my stuff, which it's long gone, so it will not get its stuff back. But yes, that's definitely something that I think is going to keep happening, is it's going to keep getting stirred up to keep throwing books and magazines and all that. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here a little bit. All right, so I jumped ahead here to CJ having a little tea party with Annabelle, but no, he did bring her into the living room area, which I think could be a good call. Try to get a little bit more answers in there, but let's see what kind of responses he gets.
Or who has taken offense to Annabelle, this doll that's literally you could buy online. There's nothing special to her. Who, what, or why are you attaching yourself to this doll? It sounds crazy for everybody watching back at home, Trust me. You know how many times I watch back some of these videos of me talking to this doll and being like, what the fuck? Yeah, a lot.
This is true.
I question myself. I'm like, do I need to go to the, like the Looney Tune house or something for like a couple of weeks? But like, you can only correlate everything that's been happening here as soon as I took that doll out of that package.
Yeah. No, this is all true. The number of times we've all talked to that doll and I've carried around the doll and all this, I'm like, if people didn't know what we were doing, they would literally put me in probably a psych ward. Because we were just running around with a doll in our hands, screaming at walls, trying to wait for something to happen. So, yeah, that's always something that we make jokes about, but it is very true. Ever since the doll came out, it has been more of a trigger object. And, yeah, we do feel a little bit crazy sometimes just sitting here talking to a doll.
One thing. No fucking way. Mental.
It's telling him that he needs to go.
He just said mental.
Yeah, that's how we feel. So, I mean, it is verifying that. That's kind of how we look, I guess, to it.
Now. Do you think I need to go?
The correct answer here is yes. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. That was loud.
It just said tapping. What the f was that?
It's definitely out in that kitchen area again.
It's a fucking piano, I'm pretty sure. Sorry for cussing. What is your issue? What the hell is your issue? And what do you want from me? Holy shit, it almost sounded like the damn piano, like, slammed or something.
So it's a very good possibility that it could be that piano. To me, it actually sounded more like the casket, which in the end of the last video, we had saw that he was kind of laying Annabelle up near the casket. She was still there when he came back. He had put her in it, so I think that it's kind of like preempting him that, hey, you shouldn't have done that. Something bad's going to happen. It could be trying to foreshadow something really negative like it did with me and the crutches. But I definitely think that it was the casket overall, moving just a little bit, maybe even slamming the lid closed. But I definitely think that that was more of it saying, hey, don't put me back in that casket or you're going to end up kind of in a bad situation.
Did you slam something? Did you slam the piano? Don't bullshit me neither. Because everything that's fucking happened is like whatever you are that's attached to this doll.
See what I mean by we think we go crazy? We just start yelling at the doll because we know something's up with it. But if a random person saw this, they'd be like, these guys have literally lost their mind. So that's why it's saying mental. I think it was just kind of verifying.
C. Mental, tapping, and then C. No, I did not see anything. I can see you, but no, I did not see anything. I heard a very loud noise, and that was about the gist of it. Good gosh, I might have to go check myself in. This is crazy.
That is literally how we feel, like I said.
Like I don't even know what to say. Like, I legitimately sometimes feel like I'm going nuts inside of this house. Like one thing after another happens, and you can only chalk it up to being like, okay, this trigger object has come into this house and it's stirring up something.
All right, so right now, just kind of like giving you guys like a little preamp thing. While he's talking, I've been looking outside each one of these windows. I do feel like something is outside the property right now on the edge of that wood line, like I mentioned earlier. And I think that's kind of like moving closer towards the area where it's sensing the light. I don't know if that's for energy or what. But it did almost look like something kind of moved in this last window in the middle. It very well could have just been my eyes playing tricks based off the light and all this, but it did look like something kind of moved by really quick to me. But yes, I definitely think that there is something outside the property right now, just kind of watching him through these windows.
Like, there was activity before, don't get me wrong, just normal paranormal activity, but now this is nuts. Like, If this doll were to go flying across the room right now, I'd burn it. I would get...
Didn't like that. Didn't like talking about burning the doll. Like I said, that's how you know when it's a serious trigger object and it's starting to form an attachment. If you talk about getting rid of it, anything like that, it'll start to get real malevolent. It'll start to make a lot of loud noises trying to intimidate you. So that is confirming to me that the doll is definitely more of a trigger object and something is starting to form an attachment to it, if not already fully attached.
Annabelle, can you make another noise upstairs for me? Or can you talk? Something? Anything? I'm calling you Annabelle. That might not actually be your name, whoever is, like, taking possession of you, okay? So, like, sorry, but...
Agatha.
So, Agatha? That's your name? Agatha?
So we've actually gotten that name a lot. So that would kind of make sense and correlate if it is the spirit of Agatha that is attached into Annabelle. I'm not saying that it actually is, but like I said, that name I've gotten a ton at the property. So that would definitely kind of tie into the storyline of what I've been getting when I was there. And I think he's even gotten that name there once or twice before. So I definitely think that's a possibility that could be the spirit. That or just trying to throw us off and go to the name of a spirit that we know is actually there at the property.
Gosh, I thought my mom didn't like me when she named me.
Oh my god, Jesus.
She just went as basic as possible. CJ. Agatha. Agatha, if this is you, and this is your name, I have never heard this name come across the spirit boxes or spirit talkers or anything. If Agatha is your name, let your presence be known right now. You want to fly across the room like you just did in the kitchen? Huh? You want to levitate something? Maybe? Mess. Agatha Mess. Oh, Agatha Mess. You are a mess. I'm kidding. You're a mess. You look creepy as hell, but whatever. Why would you, alright, whatever you are, evil, good, whatever, why would you want to take possession and control over this, of all things you could pick?
So that is the great question there. I have a feeling they'll never tell us, though, an actual serious answer. It's just going to play games with us. I'm really surprised he hasn't heard the name Agatha, though, because I've gotten that name a lot. That's how much that was down in the basement area. Which is down by the portal, so it kind of makes sense.
I felt like I just heard a noise, but it was like, it sounded like it was in the distance.
Yeah.
That was in the kitchen.
So that actually sounded like a cabinet door shutting there. I did hear that little noise that he heard too. It's kind of weird. I don't really know what that was, but that was definitely sounding like it was out by the woods. It almost kind of sounded like some light talking that we just can't quite hear and comprehend what it's saying. Like it's all just kind of meshed together. So that was a really good catch there. It's a very, very clear audible EVP of something. But that definitely sounded like a cabinet out there in the kitchen. Alright, so I went ahead and skipped ahead towards when he's starting to go lay in the van and go to sleep now. So we're going to do this because this is the part that a lot of you guys are asking me to react to is this, and then the doll flying through the kitchen to see what I think. When he was at Burnt Bridge, he just kind of walked around and talked about it. I personally got no strange feelings. It felt like it just kind of normally does. There's some lingering energy around there, but it doesn't mean anything harm. It's probably just residual energy. Just spirits going through their daily routine that they always do. But I am going to jump ahead into the sleep scene here. Like I said, I do feel like he's being watched at all times in the woods, so I'm kind of interested to see what's happening between him trying to sleep, between possibly noises in the house. Definitely some stuff I'm assuming outside the van, which if he is trying to sleep and they are in the woods, he'll probably start to come out and be a little bit more playful. And even the spirits in the house might step right outside and be a little more playful. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens here.
Freezing right now. And I am dreading the sleepover that I'm doing.
Always gotta be protected when out here filming.
This air mattress. Oh, this is the move here, folks. Oh, the air mattress is it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That is smart. It's really smart to sleep mega in an air mattress. I'm definitely gonna take that note out of that book for when I decide to spend the night there again.
Another cool thing that you can do. I learned this online. Roll it up like this, and now you have a pillow.
Huh, that's pretty smart.
Oh, that's weird. Why is there a bunch of napkins in here? Somebody was getting freaky.
Oh God!
It wasn't me.
I knew he was gonna say it.
GoPro battery in here. Maybe I was getting freaky in here. Oh.
I can't with him. I can't. I can never take it serious. He always has to turn to something sexual at least once a video. Like, I just can't with him. Always. Like, my goodness. But anyway, yeah, let's just keep watching and see what happens here.
It's scary. The night spirits and demons.
That's another thing we do too. It's probably not super smart. We always say goodnight to all the spirits and all this. To me, I like to do it out of a respect thing and all that. I know CJ just does it just kind of because he's a little bit terrified and he's just doing it to be a little bit of a smart ass. But I always say goodnight and all this. I think that might not be the smartest way. I mean, it might be smart to catch some activity, but I feel like once you say goodnight and know you're going to go to sleep, and that's when activity really starts to ramp up a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what that was. That almost sounded like something inside the house. Maybe like somebody like banged on one of the windows from the inside. Definitely thinking that there's some kind of spirit there that is trying to get his attention to come back inside. Probably because he was messing around with the Annabelle doll and it wanted his attention, so it's probably trying to lure him back inside from his slumber. Because it's not ready for him quite to go to sleep yet until it gets what it wants to achieve.
Hello?
Once again, we go with the hello. I don't know why we all do it, but we do. We literally don't know what to expect when we say it, but we always do.
Hello? Agatha, if that's you or Annabelle, whatever the hell your name is, make another noise. If that's you, make another noise. Oh gosh.
So that sounded like that was out by the sheds there, which is a very good possibility because like I said...
Oh shit, the window only goes down halfway. What the fuck is that?
I never realized that the windows in the back only go down halfway. But yeah, that's not that's everybody's shed, which makes me think that whatever's over by the woods is trying to get his attention as well. It's just trying to play games with him.
Fuck's a flashlight. Alright, I'm tripping out or the fucking van just moved.
So that's pretty crazy. Seeing the van move like that, that is something that's either very, very strong as an energy force, or it even could be something like a skinwalker kind of essence. We heard stories about skinwalkers in the woods nearby, and we've never actually captured one on camera. That's a good possibility that it could be a skinwalker actually moving the whole van. I'm not actually chalking it up to that because I'm not quite sure. But whatever it was that just moved the whole van definitely had a lot of strength, and that's very, very crazy to capture on camera, seeing the whole van shake like that. Alright, so I jumped forward ahead just a little tiny bit here, because for those last couple minutes, he was just kind of looking around, rightfully so. I'd be doing the same exact thing. So yeah, so I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit, and we're going to see what happens from here.
Alright, Annabelle, if you want to come cuddle. Agatha, whatever the hell your name is. It was actually a joke.
So there goes antagonizing it again.
Oh shit. How'd that happen? I think it's okay.
Jeez.
Oh,
He's
man.
over here breaking stuff. Like always. He's so rough on stuff sometimes.
I just messed up my camera.
Jeez.
Gosh damn it.
Those cameras are not cheap either.
Abatha, whatever the hell your name is, you done dicked up my light.
So, mess up his light. Kind of crazy to think about overall, too, that it's the light that's getting messed up, because, like we saw in the last video, and we talked about it before when I was there, your light will start to flicker. It's almost like it's taking energy from your light. It could also be that it doesn't want to be seen, and that's why it wants you to go pure darkness. So I've gotten a lot of times about turn off the lights and all this. So it's a very good possibility that it just does not want to be captured in the light. So I think the fact that his light got messed up there is kind of ironic, and it's kind of symbolic of the property, because there's always something going on for our lights. Like we saw when I was doing the Skinwalker Forest, my light was dying instantly. It was super dull. Yeah, so something around this property is definitely very weird when it comes to lights and energy sources.
Alright, well. Let's make sure the camera still works. That's all I care about. Yep, still works. Golden.
Thank God that camera works. That camera is so expensive.
And I told you all I'd go camp in the Pocomoke in this van. I guess that's my next camping trip in this van, so.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The Pocomoke is such a weird spot, and to go camping there, like, more power to him. That's very, very strange.
I hear footsteps. Hello?
He fell out of the van. So that was close. That was definitely right in that main patio area. Maybe the casket area again. But that was definitely right there. That was very, very close, very loud. That was a good catch by him.
Well, this is way fucking better than having the door open.
Alright, sorry guys. We had an ad there, so we had to wait, and we're gonna pick it back up right where we left off. He is capturing some very crazy evidence here. So let's just go ahead and keep watching these last couple minutes and see what happens.
Paranoia is the worst thing ever.
That is true. Like I mentioned before, we get paranoid and we get paranoia all the time. You're hearing noises and all this, and sometimes it could be something like a tree branch falling off, all this, but you never know. With all the activity we get in this property and the feel and attention you get just by being on that property, it's one of those places you can pull up during the daytime. You're like, oh, it doesn't seem that bad, but as soon as the sunlight sets, it is a whole different place. You can feel the energy shift. So the fact that he's sleeping there again, more power to him, props to him. It is very, 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 very terrifying at nighttime there. You just feel like you're being watched everywhere you look. We've all felt being touched before, so it's definitely a very active kind of property the later that it gets throughout the nighttime.
Like you're trying to decipher between, like, what the fuck? Oh my god!
Wow.
The f***ing GoPro just fell.
So that's crazy.
GoPro just fell.
That takes a lot of force on us too, because those mounts we've used countless times on everything. We've used it when we've actually been racing around on stuff and all this, and it's never moved an inch. So either something's very intelligent and can figure out how to release the lock, or it's strong enough that it's able to pull that down, which could make sense that it's draining from his light and all this. That could be why it wanted to mess up his other light, because it's draining more energy. It wanted it to be dark so it can catch him off guard. But yeah, that was a good catch by him. That's something that's pretty crazy. We don't see that happen very often at all.
Yo, what? The actual going on right now? Right, so I'm losing it. I'm at this is gonna drive me insane. Like, this is legitimately, like, this is fucking creepy. I don't care what you say. I don't care how big of a macho man you are. Nah. Like, this is nuts. I'm pretty sure 99.999% of people would not ever be, like, dumb enough to do this. Like, you're sleeping in a van, all the windows, not tinted. Like, the doors are unlocked, for fuck's sake. Like, I mean, oh my gosh. So, instead of putting this thing back up on the, window, I might just set it on the ground.
So that is crazy that, like I said, he does sleep in the van and all this. I mean, it's crazy when we sleep in the house too, but just the thought of it, and when we talk about the paranoia, think about it, you could be seen everywhere, and you could be dead asleep and you have no idea. You're being watched, your every move, because it's wide open. It's so easy for it to be seen. And if, God forbid, there was a person on a property that wanted to do harm or anything like this, it's so easy for them to get inside a door that's unlocked. Not saying that there would be people there. That's why we have cameras everywhere. But yeah, it is pretty crazy to think about, and that's when the paranoia really starts to set in. Especially the longer you're at that property, the more noise you hear, the more and more paranoid you get, because you don't know where it's coming from and what's happening.
It's really cold out. And it's only getting colder. So I don't know. Oh man. I don't know if any has started a fire. Ah! The fucking van was just moving.
Once again, with the van moving, that is something extremely powerful. Not quite sure what that could be. Smart move there. I would definitely do the same thing.
I'm literally gonna get in this sleeping bag right here. I'm gonna pull it over my head, and I'm absolutely going to bed. I'm done with this shit.
So that was weird. Towards the end there, after that last bang, if you actually listen very close with headphones, I'm not sure if that's his breathing or what, but it almost sounds like a whisper, kind of really close to the microphone. So that could be whatever made that last bang there, which I would not be surprised. But overall, just kind of recapping that last little couple minutes that we saw there. So like I said, something would be kind of playing games with him, toying with him throughout the property. That's kind of what we started to see there. It was knowing that he was going to bed and he was starting to get comfortable, so it was going to make him as uncomfortable as possible. Overall vibes based off the video, downstairs is definitely picking up more activity. You can actually feel it and sense it. Out in the woods, there's something crazy going on too. I'm not sure if it's related to the barn or what, which would make a little bit more sense with that candle being lit if it was the barn. So I think that the guys or me, whoever gets a chance to do it first, probably them, definitely needs to do a lot more investigating in that barn, try to get more stories. I have some kind of crazy ideas for when I get back for how we could possibly get some answers. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys go and watch CJ's full video if you have not done already. Link down in the description below. Yeah, so if you have any more videos you want me to react to, like always, make sure to DM me or email me. All those will be linked in the description below as well. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and I will see you guys in the next video, I guess. I'm going to jump off here and gather more content. So yeah, I will see you guys later.